Dímelo, mi gente. It's the New York Lifestyle Podcast. Shout out to everybody that's seen the first episode, everybody that showed love. Don't forget to watch us exclusively on LatinoMixx.com.
Also, make sure to download the app on Latino Mixx on Apple and Google Play Store. And also, again, shout out to everybody that watched our first episode. We had a lot of good feedback. Tell me that.
Yeah, we did. Thank you guys from Queens all the way to the island. Thank you guys for reposting and tuning in live.
Well, shout out everybody from the island, Queens.
We had everybody showing love, yo. It was a lot of love. It was a lot.
Yo, so tell us about what we're going to be talking about today on this episode.
Today, my guys, we're going to be talking about tips on becoming a promoter and a DJ. And as you guys who are watching from home, we ask you guys to send in some questions. What you guys want to ask us in the future? Anything you guys want to know?
Yeah, so if you have any comments any questions that you want us to answer, we'll, put in the comments below, and in future episodes we're gonna answer that.
No matter what it is. Spicy,
yeah, no matter what it is, or if it's by somebody, yeah, don't.
If you want to know if your girl was cheating at the club last weekend at our party, maybe ask this guy. He might know.
You know a little bit. You know a little something.
I know a lot.
Hey yo.
I know a lot.
Hey yo. This past weekend, something? Anything spicy?
Anything spicy from this past weekend?
Yeah.
Just a whole lot of money thrown.
A little teaser. Yeah.
A lot of. I don't even want to talk about how much money I threw today.
Friday and
Saturday was a little too crazy.
Yeah, you were telling me that you were throwing like mad dollar bills.
$400.
Yeah, he said he spent $400 just throwing it like that, bro. Must be nice to have money.
Chill.
Must be nice. Look.
Man got some lit ass party, that's why.
From Thursday to Friday to Saturday.
Hey, how was all them packed?
That was sold out.
I saw Friday was like really, really packed for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, shout out Brian. We did his birthday.
So we're gonna talk about tips of becoming promoter, DJ. But before we talk about that, I wanna ask Kelvin, what makes a good promoter?
Honestly, what makes a good promoter?
Honestly speaking, be honest. Don't hold nothing back.
Honestly, it starts with the recap, because honestly, like you gotta have people know about your party. Like, how people gonna know about your party?
They want to see how it looks.
They gotta see how it is. Like they gotta be like, oh, is it packed? Is it not? Like, what type of music? So like. Also, another thing too, it starts with the hospitality you have, engaging with your people. Like, let's say they get there, get them at the door, like present yourself. Like, it might be like the first time you meet them,
Word.
The first time you meet a person, it gives you like future bookings.
Connection?
Like connections with them. Like, let's say like someone hits me up, oh, Kelvin, I need a section, and that's the first time I'm meeting them. I'm at the door as soon as they walk in.
You want to make them feel
ready
welcome.
there.
I want them like engaged. Like, at the end of the day, I want them to feel welcome.
Not just be like
because then they're gonna be like you like at the end of the day, they're gonna go to their friends and be like, oh my god, like he like welcomed
treated me
well.
They felt safe.
They felt
That's what people care about too, because it should be going on in the clubs nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
So they don't feel like they're just a customer. You're gonna make a quick buck and that's it.
You make them feel special, and they like that stuff.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like that's our job. Like like at the end of the day, small things matter in this industry. Yeah, like everybody should know this. The small things, like the small things, always matter. So like, let's say you do that. Like at the end of the day, they're gonna tell their friends. They're going to tell them like, oh, like.
Well, that's how everything works. Is by mouth to mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna tell you, oh yeah, this club was popping because he made sure I had my bottles on time, my hookah, like made sure all my friends got in their section, like
those
it wasn't
like
too
the
crowded.
Best organic reviews you can get
I mean?
when it's mouth to mouth. It's like it doesn't get more real than that.
But so I have a real question to ask you.
I'm ready.
What makes a good DJ?
What makes a good DJ?
A good DJ.
What makes a good DJ?
There's a lot of things that I don't know. I could
You say a lot of things, but come on, give us something.
So like say what makes a good DJ is being able to read a crowd.
Okay,
as an already like an experienced DJ, you know, talking as somebody who already knows how to DJ, mix, blend, all that stuff, the basics, and rock is able to get into the club. You want to be able to read the crowd, see people are moving. Like if you play a genre, you see some people dancing. I try to make them dance a little bit more, boom, boom, boom. Then try something similar, you know, something very alike, I guess. You also want to stay on top of music, you know.
That's a big thing.
DJs, a lot of people play like, you know, like too much of the same.
Bad Bunny, like, Fade, the same old.
Not too much of like the new stuff, you know.
No shame or dirt, but at the end of the day, some DJs hop on and it's the same repeatedly music every time. It's like the same thing, like from the beginning to the mid set to the end. It's the same songs. Yeah, no hate or shame, guys.
But with a DJ to stand out big in that party, you want to play like a throwback nobody's heard to, like a song you don't really expect, but like, you know, people are gonna
like
sing
the
along.
Classics matter.
Like
in your sets.
It leaves like an experience.
But don't play the same classics that everybody else is going to play.
Honestly, what I'll say is though, I love my old reggaeton. I want to hear that. I like it. I like
some
the
people
old,
don't know the old school.
They don't.
Some people don't know the old school.
There's a lot of more old school than
I guess like certain songs, some like classic songs, like I'm a little scared and hesitant to play. Like I'm be like, no, these people I don't think
right,
they
I feel
like
like some of them like, yo, like this classic is popping, but like, do they know this song?
Like, you know, like this song I'm gonna play.
Not that popping of a classic song.
Like that's my fear a little bit with classic songs. Like they might not know it, maybe because they're just too young, or maybe it's just not the right, you know, I guess scenery to play that one song.
You just gotta like just research the club and the party beforehand.
Yeah, sometimes when I DJ your parties, like there's a couple of times I want to play like this one specific song because I heard it, let's say, a couple of days ago, and I'm like, bro, I have to play it.
Like it's gonna look.
It's gonna be. Then as soon as I get there, if you start feeling the vibe, I'm like, yeah, no.
It's not that.
I don't know.
Nah, but
I feel like it all depends on the club. Like we said, it all depends on the club.
Yeah, you gotta know your party, do the research, and be ready with the music. You know, ready to put music for every room. You know,
where don't have a pre-recorded set. Like don't do what I did.
Don't expect that pre-recording set
is gonna work.
It's never going to work.
Maybe like a big event. I don't know. Maybe like sometimes like a concert. If you're doing like a big auditorium like show like with artists and stuff.
Then they'll
like
be allowed.
Yeah, like you have an idea of more of like a general open set, you know, something mainstream. Like when you're focusing that type of stuff, you know,
when you're doing like
mainstream music and all.
When like with the EDM DJs, you know, when they do the big festivals like Ultra and Tomorrowland and stuff like that, like that's all like kind of pre-recorded. They already know what songs to play, and that's
like a whole different level.
Yeah, that's like a whole different level. Like but like in the club scene, like don't do that. Just study your music, make a playlist of each genre.
Like literally for every room.
For every room, every genre, and just go home and practice.
Yeah, everybody has their style, I feel like.
Don't do what I did probably like 3 years ago. Just pre-record the sets, and then I go and play it, and I'll be like, yo, why is nobody like feeling my vibe?
Hypno had the whole book with like already like this.
Yeah, I had an intro, mid, and ending. And
already,
that's it.
Everything
recorded
already.
Looked like a whole DBQ right there on the black and white marble.
That's it. I'm telling you, that's what I had. Don't do that. Trust me.
Nah, yeah, but like as a DJ, you know, you also want to brand yourself a lot as possible. Now that internet is big, you know, some of the older OG DJs that didn't have internet, branding was like
they don't have everything that have
like physical. Like now internet, like I feel like
the social media with TikTok,
like,
Instagram,
like new generation got to take advantage of that, bro. Like we got to take advantage of that as much as possible. Internet's everything right now, like TikTok.
Bro, back in the day, we used to literally, you needed connections.
To get in the clubs, you needed
connections. That's how I grew in this. That's how you grew and you grew.
Bro, I remember I was like 18. I couldn't DJ in some clubs because promoters said I was like 20.
I remember that. I remember you telling me like,
bro, when I started, I was getting $5 per person.
Same. And I was even getting paid when I was like my first year DJ.
Bro, sometimes we take losses in this. Like I started with getting $5 per person, or sometimes not even getting paid.
Some new promoters don't understand that now because it's like, you know, they'll throw like a little party, feel too entitled or something, you know, but it's like I don't know. I feel like when I started doing that and I accepted to like, you know, all those like $5 things, I already had a vision when I stepped in. Like I knew like, all right, I'm gonna get my foot in here. I'm gonna experience this, learn here, learn that,
and
try
take the
doing
hit.
this.
But at the end of the day, like
put everything together.
Like when we did it back in the day, like we started with like from rock bottom. We grew like from the bottom to the top, like, you know, like it doesn't come easy, like at all.
There's like, a lot of things you have to deal
I'm
with.
telling you right now, nothing is handed in this industry. Nothing is handed to you.
You gotta like, I don't know, you gotta like put your work.
You have to put that work in. You have to put that work in because it's not gonna work just because people think you could just buy stuff and all right, cool, it's gonna like that.
They'd be like, yo, like, exactly. Yo, I know this person. Like, he's gonna
there's people that throw parties and then like they throw their first party and it's like, oh, I'm a promoter. Like I'm a promoter. No, you're not a promoter. Like at the end of the day, like you have to throw multiple parties. Like you can't put your name or like put a label next to your name and be like, I'm a promoter. Like
same thing like a job resume. I feel like, you know, you want to put all the experiences you had where, you know, it's like you can't just be like, oh, like I have a party. I did 2 months.
I just did this one party and that's it. It's just like it's like being a DJ too. Just because you go buy a DJ controller that's for like $200, I'm a DJ now. That's not how it works. You have to learn the craft, to learn what each knob in the controller, you know, the function of the controller. You know what I mean? Like you have to understand what you're getting yourself into.
I feel like before, not a lot of people when we were starting, like, were like interested in the nightlife, you know, compared to now, like a lot more people that
there's a lot more. Well, after the pandemic, now it was like a lot of DJs, a lot of promoters. Like, yeah, that's when everything started to just skyrocket. But after what? So after pandemic, a little bit after that, so-called wannabe DJs and wannabe promoters just started to die off, and let the people that actually did put the time in start shining. That's what else was like pretty crazy to me to see.
I think Hypno was like my best example of that I seen, because he was like, that's what I always told him, like, yo, just be patient. And like I remember sometimes I put Hypno on the opening set, and he'd be like, yo, put me on 12.
Yeah, I'll be tight.
He's like, yo, why don't you put me?
He did it for a reason. He did it for a reason.
Like I feel like the opener, like you're not focused on putting, like you shouldn't be playing all the top hits. So you're focused on getting people lit with like the regular music you have. You know, some like old school, not too popping, not that crazy shit. But if you can get people lit at the opening set, you get comfortable, you know that role, you're already prepared. Like he already had the ganas, you know, all that like energy, the passion, ready to kill that 12 a.m. set. So when after, I think I just little by little.
It was little by little. Because don't get me wrong, I was getting tight.
That was he was ready.
I was getting tight, bro.
I could relate to your question, honestly, because at the end of the day, like for me, like yeah, I've been in this for like so long, but at the end of the day, like I stayed patient.
And
like,
there's steps to
I stayed patient. See, I
have zero patience, but my patience level is not
like I don't like walking into a room if I'm not confident and I'm bringing 3 to 4 tables. I don't take that party. I wouldn't take, like, I take everything serious, you know. I put my passion, my love into this, like, you know, like time and effort, like, you know. So if I'm not like passionate or not, like confident, why would I do it?
Yeah, there's people I feel like definitely go that way, or they just take the risk and then, you know, it's like such a 50-50. But if it goes bad, it goes really bad though.
Yeah.
But if
and
it
then
goes good,
it makes you not want to do it anymore. You're like, well, that's it.
Like bring it down.
It's honestly better just to be patient, honestly, and take your time. Like at the end of the day, you're going to grow. Like don't be discouraged, or like if let's say you guys are getting like opening sets and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you still got a booking.
You got to take every opportunity.
Every opportunity counts, because let's say you have an open set, right? At the end of the day, there could be 20, 30, 40, 100, 1,000 people in the room. You know how many out of those people would like, oh, you get a follow, like, you know, at the end of the day, you grow.
Like I'm an example of that. Like, so he was talking about like he was basically training me of like becoming a good opener DJ. When that moment comes, when you get like that one party, like you have to kill it. For an example, I was able to get a spot in one of the big parties. Shout out to DJ Pereira for letting me on. That he gave me the opportunity to DJ in front of a lot of people, and there was an opening set, but I had to kill it because it's a big stage and it's the big league.
It's gonna
it's
matter,
the big league.
you know,
It's gonna matter because a lot of eyes are on you. You don't know who's in the room because
you put
it's
that
not
good first impression on everybody.
Exactly.
That's exactly what you did, and then everybody was like, "Who's Hypno?
after all the years that he was teaching me, oh, this is what you gotta do, change this and that, prepare me for that one moment. Because when that moment came, don't get me wrong, I was super nervous in that party, and that was I was starting to talk a little bit too. So like my talking came out as well.
Still wasn't as comfortable.
But yeah, I wasn't as comfortable, bro. Trust me.
Literally, I showed up to that party at like 2:00 in the morning. I still came to support though.
Yo, see, like, so I texted him. I think the night or 2 nights before. I'm like, yo, give me some more tips because I need to kill it. I'm like, I need to show a good impression that I'm not here just one of those other DJs that just became a DJ yesterday. No, like I'm a DJ because I started as a young kid and I want to show all you guys like this is who I am. This is who Hypno is. He put in his time. Talent. He put the time. He's talented. Boom, 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 boom.
But Hypno, I have a question for you. For the youngins that are coming into this industry that want to become a DJ, what's the tips that you could give them?
So the tips that I would give, like if you want to be a DJ, number one is learn a little bit of music theory, take a little bit of classes of how songs are made. Just music in general. Have a little idea of how they're made, stuff like that.
Understand a little bit of the background, you know where this comes from.
Like what each genre is. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know like all the genres because there's like a million out there, but songs, you know, just know the basics depending on what type of DJ you want to be. For example, if you want to be an open format DJ, you need to know like, you know, reggaeton, dembow, bachata, merengue, típico, salsa, freestyle, pop, house, EDM, whatever, like
hip hop, all that.
Hip hop,
you just gotta be able to mix it all together.
And then you gotta know the old school too. You can't just play the new stuff. You gotta know the old school because everybody like the old school, like the old songs. So just know that. Second thing is know the equipment. Like we were talking before, know the equipment that you're going to buy. I had people ask me, "Hey, can you teach me how to DJ? Hey, what equipment should I buy? I'm starting off." I get that all the time. So I go give them links, buy this, because when I started, I literally had the most shittiest laptop you can go get in Best Buy, bro. It was like $150. I remember it was blue. If I get a picture, I'm gonna put it up in the screen. But the most shittiest laptop I could find.
Took forever to load.
I'm telling you, it was like, it was the most cheapest because that's all I could afford at the time. Because I think it was only like 16. And then I went to the DJ store and I bought the cheapest controller I could possibly find. I think at that time it was like $150 to $200. So I bought that, and then I learned. When I bought the controller, I learned what each thing does. Like, for example,
I heard you couldn't. I heard that you couldn't know how to like connect your stuff.
Well, that's why I have my teacher over here because I had to. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was doing.
I remember I didn't even tell her. Yeah, I was like, "Yo, turn it on." He was like,
"So don't be scared to ask for help as well. Don't be scared."
Of course. I always get that, like, even if, like, from the, like, people that are starting, like, from the beginning, they ask me, like, "Oh, hey, Kelvin, like, I'm throwing a party, like, you know, like, just tips and stuff like that." And I'm always, like, I'm not a person to hate on nobody. Like, you know, like, if you, like, at the end of the day, like, I want everybody to win on my side. So, like, I'm not shy about, or, like, I always want to, like, give tips out to everybody, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I told you before, people ask me all the time, "Hey, I want to do what you're doing." But I'm like, there's a lot of things that I had to go through. And another thing is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your time. You have to sacrifice, like, for an example, when I started taking DJing more seriously, and only a few people know about this, that I had to sacrifice my dream card since I was a kid, that I had to sell it just so I can maintain some kind of income while I'm trying to follow this passion of becoming a DJ, because it's not easy out there. I'm telling you, when you start off, you're gonna be DJing a lot for free, and you have to take those hits.
You gotta understand.
You have to take those, because those parties that you DJ for free, like yeah, like you're not making anything, but you're gaining experience on it. You're gaining experience of being in front of people and able to make a move.
Especially if it's like a big event, a big party, and like, you know, somebody's giving you that shot, you wanna
take that out. You wanna take that out to grow.
Bro, there's DJs out there like just starting, and they're like, all right, how much am I get paid? I'm like, no, it don't work like that. I'm like, he knows how many times that we DJ for free. Like, no, like I'm giving you the like right now. Like when I was throwing a couple parties over here in Long Island, I was trying to give DJs that are starting up a shot because I didn't get that when I was starting. No one really paid attention to.
There wasn't like that much going on.
Yeah, like they didn't pay attention to my Instagram, my SoundCloud. They didn't really care who's Hypno or like my other DJ name, like Mac J. Like who the fuck, you know what I mean?
There wasn't a lot of parties too going on that were like.
Yeah, but how do you guys feel about when you guys never like got paid before and now? What's the difference?
I don't know. I feel like now, like since it's almost like a job, you know. So you try to like, I see everything almost like as a job wise, you know.
I don't try to look at it too much as a job because I don't really let the money be an issue between me trying to follow my dream.
So you're humble.
Yeah, like I try to keep like, even though like, don't forget like this, and when you start becoming a name for yourself, you start growing, your numbers start growing, your followers and this and that. It's going to start into a business. So you need to know a little business-wise of how to manage your money and how to charge yourself and how much you're worth. Because if you're just starting, you can't be charging, like, for an example, like $300.
Yeah, you want to start off like in the 100.
Yeah, like you start for like 100 for like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, depending on whatever the case may be.
No, yeah, definitely. The only way I see it as a job is only because, as well, to the topic about sacrifices, what's it called? I dropped out of high school in basically 11th grade. And the way I would get in trouble because I never went to school.
Yeah, I'd be seeing this guy in the hallway, like...
Yeah, like when I went to school, I was like just fucking around, just walking around. You know, I was a kid that passed by the little doors, was like...
You be in class and you just see you just walking. Bam.
Nah, but yeah, like, but most of the time I wasn't in school, but I wasn't in school because I was home DJing. Bro, I'd be home just DJing all day, and I don't know, I had this little theory in my head where it was like, because since I was still young, I wasn't getting opportunities in the club. I was like, I just got to practice, because, you know, I've had older DJs that have always taken me like, yo, like, I'd be like asking for such specific questions, like, how do you do this? How do you get put on that? How do you manage to know this person? He's like, practice. Simple. Practice. And I'm like, nah, what the fuck? Were you gonna tell me you're practicing? Like, I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get
like,
over
what
there.
I'm gonna do is like 24/7.
So,
like,
yeah. So then what I would do is when I wasn't in school, bro, I connected my DJ at like what, 8 a.m. Nobody was home. Full speakers from 8. I'll pretend to do my work shift, my DJ practice shift, I will call it. A good 5-6 hours locked in my room, practicing, just taking it as like a job, treating it. And then little by little, since, you know, God bless, everything's been going good, that's what I've been doing since like then, you know. Been like had to learn, you know, take some losses, learn about balancing your money, making money from a young age, and
growing up quick.
You're like learning that you're a business without knowing like it's gonna like lead over here, this and that, but like it was a good practice that, you know, I would just kind of treat my talent as a job also, along with following the dream, because it's, you know, what we've all wanted to do.
Yeah, I needed to leave a 9 to 5, working literally 7 days a week.
Before I took it like more seriously, when it was kind of like time to like do it, I was scared to leave my 9 to 5 job, bro.
I told Hypno. Yeah. I remember Hypno, like the one time he asked me for advice about that. He's like, yo, like what can I do to like take it to the next level or like get more? And I was
so I think it was like a couple of weeks before I left my job. Mm-hmm. I asked him about it. We had a conversation about it because I asked him about everything, bro. Like any type of tips, like I ask him because, you know, he helps me out all the time. So I'm like, what's the next step? Because like for some reason, like I have to be doing something else. I just can't be doing just that same thing over and over and over. No, what's next?
Even if it's like a little thing, something to get to the next.
What's
step.
next? Exactly. So what's next? So I would ask him like, yo, like, what should I do? He's like, you know what I mean? He didn't have a job. You know what I mean? You never really had like a 9 to 5 type of thing. So he'd be like, yeah, like here and there. But like, he'd be like, you know what I mean? Like it's time. If you're willing to take this seriously, like,
it's the only way. You're trying to make, like, let's say you're DJing. It's your passion. You want to go full time. You want to experience that. Quit your job. You need money on the weekend.
You gotta hustle.
Yourself. Get a booking. You don't get a booking.
Yeah,
you don't get paid.
hustle,
like, you know, if we don't, let's say, you have a day job. Let's say you're a promoter, right? For example, you're just depending on the promoting, and you know a lot of people say like the nightlife is not always like a first job, like only job.
I honestly, I can't be home and be like I'd be bored. I have to like
you
work.
have to do something.
I have to work. I have to do something.
I'd be sad to get the chat like yo, I'm bored. Like I'm fucking 2, 3 p.m. And like
yo, and you're trying to play FIFA and we're trying to play COD.
Nah, I be trying to get some jobs.
No, yeah,
background check, fucking a nigga up.
Bro, I was scared, and then when that time finally came, when I lost a consistent paycheck from week to week, that's when it starts. The first week was like the most roughest for me because I had a fat paycheck coming in, and then I had nothing. I had like a booking or two, and
it wasn't even a lot.
It wasn't even. Trust me, when you start, you don't get nothing. It's like pennies on the dollar, bro. Like nothing.
You start from ground zero.
That first week, I had to pay rent. I had to pay the car. I had to pay my phone. I had to pay insurance. You know what I mean? I have my dog. I gotta feed my dog, groom my dog, take him to the vet.
All the bills.
I had to pay. So instead of me freaking out and being scared and go back to my old job, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna make it work, I'm gonna make it work. That's when I start hitting up, yo, you need a DJ. Hey, you got any bookings for me?
That's where you're in control of your own future.
Yeah.
That's when I started. During that time, that's when I started making little YouTube. Little reels on Instagram because it was like kind of popping, but not really. And that's when I started making little videos, and I was getting like 100 likes here, 100 likes there, and getting like 1,000 views, 2,000 views. And I'm like, whoa, like this is actually, people are actually enjoying my little mixes here and there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to use that as another way to show people like, hey, like I'm the real deal. I'm not some kid that just started to do this out of nowhere. Like,
that's what it creates when you put yourself in that mindset. Like, you know, when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, like the one motivation video. I remember I seen that video like maybe like a couple of years ago. I think everybody knows that video. It's like a motivation. The guy says he's like, when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe.
Oh, I seen
like,
that. Yes.
That's when you reach, bro. Like I would watch that shit. Like I kid you not for like an hour, like the middle of the night. I don't know, like those late nights is where you get more inspired. But it'd be like 2 a.m. and I'm like, yo, like,
on your phone, yeah.
Like
just watching those type of videos,
what I want to do type shit. But that video that has took me into a different mentality, and that's where I got the mentality from. Like I was like, yo, like I'm gonna quit school. Fuck this. I was like, I'm gonna do full-time music. I'm gonna try my hard. I'm gonna do this, hit all these people, learn this, learn that.
I could relate to that though. Shout out Vic. When I got to Queens, literally, me and Vic were talking, and then Vic was just like, yo, like, come outside. Just like, come outside on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Vic is outside every day. But he just talking to random people. He goes up to random people, just has a conversations with them, gets their IG, and then boom.
You gotta remember, like, there's no school for this. You can't learn this in college.
The hard way
you
or
can.
the easy way. If you have a mentor, like I learned the hard way.
You know what I mean? There's no type of education. I mean, like now, like there's like I seen like some stuff on Instagram, like if you want to become a DJ, take this class or whatever. But
yeah,
back
a lot
then,
of more people like
doing that. But now, nah, there's no school to teach you the way to make it in New York, especially in New York, because in New York there's competition left, right, center,
all over. You
360. Like you gotta be on top of your stuff. You know what I mean?
But so, let me ask you, how do you deal with the hatred?
The hate. I know you guys. You guys want to know about this.
That's a big thing, especially with DJs. There's There's hates, DJ
I
promoter.
get that all the time.
Yeah, and especially being a promoter and a DJ, I get hate from both sides. And it's
why
like,
though? What do you do?
I don't. And it's funny. It's from like new gen, old gen. Because, you know, I respect everybody that I work with, and I have good connections with everybody. So I hear everything. Something people tell somebody. So I'm always hearing like who's talking shit, who blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't like to pay attention to it. Why I say that is because I feel like a lot of people just want to get that attention out of you, especially if they don't have that attention themselves, you know, or like that, the views.
They're just craving for the views. And
yeah, like I see everything more like long term type. Like,
So you think they're pillow talking?
Like pay attention to like people who like have no worth. Like, you don't got no resume. Why am I gonna pay attention to you? You know, like check our parties.
why would I give you free clout?
Honestly,
That's something that I worked for.
And everything speaks for myself. Like, last person to try to come at me, bro. Like, everybody was defending me, and I didn't even say one word in response.
Yeah, because
everybody was defending me.
I saw that, I texted him like, yo, say something, bro. And like, they called you out for no
Everybody
reason.
was like, yo, say something.
I'm like, yo, clap back,
said
bro.
the same thing.
Clap
I said the
back.
same.
Yo, I'm like, yo, but he's like, nah. Like, why? Literally said, why would I give them attention? Why would I give those people that clout?
There's levels to this, you know.
There is. He didn't even need. Literally, he like a day, and everybody just started
Like
coming
for trying
bad feedback going.
Just for trying to come at me, you exposed yourself. Now everybody else is telling stories exposing the other person.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, you see, you were like,
I didn't have to do nothing. I just had to sit there and just watch.
You tried coming at a missile that was like about to come back to you either way. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't pay attention to it. I focus on my stuff. You know, I try to keep good business with everybody. You know, there's always gonna be little stuff here and there, and especially because sometimes doing DJ stuff, promoter stuff, like I'll get mixed up. You know, say because as a DJ, it's a different point of view that you see everything, and then as a promoter, you see everything as a different type of way. Promoter, you got to make sure the whole party's lit, and then DJ, it's like you want to make sure like specifically the music's lit. The music is lit, and then promoter, you know, the hospitality, everything else. Making sure people situated.
What I could say is though, I could back my videos up from Thursday to Friday to Saturday. So if anybody got a problem, just look at my page.
Nowadays, yo, like with like partners, you could easily run into bad partners and stuff, and it's
of course,
yo, that bad experience, like I don't know. So people sometimes feel more entitled, or they think like you know everything, and it's like, bro, like what, like just trust the plan. Especially
since I started, the amount of promoters that I don't work with, I have a whole list. I know you guys have a list. I know you guys have a list too of people who like club owners from promoters who you guys can't work with.
That's true. But what really like irks me is about the promoter or host or whoever hired you not paying you.
That's the same thing.
Or thinking like for example, I have this one person was like he booked me for a party, got the text and everything. Party went okay. The next day, where's my money? Oh, no, don't worry about it, bro. I'm going to Zelle you. I'm going to Cash App you. Cool. I thought he was a friend. Mind you, I thought he was a friend. We kept, you know, not super close, but we know who, you know.
Like a business friend.
Yeah, like. Exactly. So, a couple of days go by, no Zelle, no money. Bro, where's my money? What do you mean, man? I Zelled you. Check your Zelle. Check my Zelle. Nothing. Another week goes by. Bro, where is my money? Stop playing with me. He's like, nah, like, bro, dude, I sent it like a week ago. I'm like, bro, I screenshot it. Bro, there's nothing in my account. Stop playing with me. Then he sends me like a screenshot of like him, like sending me the money. I'm like, okay, cool. Never got it. Then my boy was DJing at the same party with me. So my boy, I'm like, yo, I saw him at another club. I'm like, did the promoter pay you? He's like, no. He's like, I've been asking for 2 weeks already. I ain't getting nothing.
He's about to get his ass beat.
He's like, I'm like, did he keep telling you like I'm gonna sell you, but he never got the money? He's like, nah, but he's like the next time I see him, I'm catching him in his clip. He's like, I'm gonna press him, and then I don't know what happened, but he got his money, but he never paid me. I was like, where? Clip.
That's crazy.
Clip.
Dude, that
clip.
You see what happens when you try to come at me? You get exposed again.
I always pay all my people from my DJs to my hosts. But I have a story time. So let me bring you
hours, huh?
I got my story too about because I've not.
This is gonna be bad. So I actually have two. I don't even have one. But let me tell you the first story.
Tell the juicy one.
The first one?
Yeah, tell the juicy one.
So I had this one promoter. He comes up to me. And like I'm trying to do payouts and whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, I deserve $400." I'm like, "You literally only brought me a section that cost $600, right? Like the total like that he spent on that table was $600." And so, as you know, you gotta waste $1,000 to get paid $200. You get 20%. Everybody should know this. You get 20%. So he was like, I think that I should be getting paid more than you. More than me.
That's what he said. That's what he told you.
The person who's running the party
should get paid more.
And mind you, he worked he's a host, right? That works for my party. You're saying that you deserve more money than me? That's so disrespectful. I was like, all right, that was the first warning. Right? The first time.
Wait. But did you put that person onto that party? Were you the person that
put them on? Of course, bro. Of course.
That makes it even worse.
You say, bro.
You go to a job and you try asking your boss to get paid more than
give you a raise, but you didn't do nothing. You're still doing the same shit.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I'm like, nah, bro. You got me fucked up. I'm not doing that shit. I don't play with that.
In a $600 table.
In a $600 table. Bro, you walking out with like $100 max. Like, what are you talking about? You deserve more money than me? Nah, that's not gonna happen. I had another altercation too that one of my people, right, one of my hosts, had another problem with one of my hosts over $40.
Beef over $40.
Over $40.
Yo, Kelvin made sure to call me at 4 a.m. to tell me about this shit. Yo, I was sleeping.
I heard about it the next day. But I didn't know.
I'm not gonna get into a lot of detail because I don't want to give that man clout. But at the end of the day, whatever happened. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't do what I did because of the $40. I got disrespected and I felt some type of way, and I did what I did. Like, people were like, oh no, like, you did it because for $40. No, at the end of the day, I felt disrespected. I put you on. Don't try to play me don't think that you're bigger than me, because I'm a humble person. Like, everybody that meets me should know, like, I'm mad humble. Like, I'll go out my way and pay people extra just to feel like, but you're gonna disrespect me, the person that puts you on? Come on, don't do that.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
It's the principles.
That's the principle.
Yeah, it's the principles about everything. Respect, especially who you're working for, a team. It's all about nice teamwork. But now, story time about not paying DJs and stuff, not getting paid. For example, I've had times because this story. Shout out DJ Fat Fingers, my boy. We had an incident where he got booked for the club I was working for, managing, running the stuff, and he gets canceled. There's a cancellation fee, especially for well-known DJs, with respect type stuff.
Of course.
The club didn't want to pay the canceling fee, and bro, it was like back and forth because I respect OG DJs like that, and I don't want to look bad with them either.
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, like, come on, bro, like, I need like a deposit, I need that cancellation fee, because they had to give up or like lose on parties, especially when you're well known. You get those opportunities, you got parties.
Like you booked this party,
because there was something else that could got as well. At the end of the day, you get a deposit fee. If not, like let's say like they keep it, or you do the cancellation fee. Sometimes I need to cancel a DJ, and then they'd be like, all right, like you have to send in the cancellation fee, and you got to take it now.
Yeah, and the part where it went bad for me was like, 'cause, we had booked them before previously, so we had some trust. We was cool.
Yeah.
So he didn't ask for a deposit fee. It was mad cool. So I was like, all right. Then we go, and the cancellation comes. The club doesn't want to pay. It's maybe going on for a month, and he's asking, because he has all the right to ask, where's the cancellation fee? I had to come out of my pocket, maybe like, I don't know, it was like over, to take care of that. And I never got nothing
reimbursed for
nothing. Told the club it was like they didn't believe me, and it was like, bro, like I had to take care of that because I'm the one who booked them, reached out, and I was basically running the party, so I had to it's certain things when responsibilities you have, you got to do that. You got to take the L if it comes, and sometimes it's like DJs if I've had a bad night. And I know, usually everybody's, take the L and stuff. But I've had times where I've talked to the DJ. You want to give me a discount? Some will be okay, There's been well-known DJs that, I respect for them, all of them. They've hooked me up when times, if something was, a little iffy.
But that's because you and the DJ have, that, mutual...
Yeah, it's for real. Let's say, because, every time I've had to cancel a DJ, for example, it's happened to Hypno. I've had to cancel Hypno a couple times. Party was slow, and obviously it affects them too, because that's the bread. But then what happens, I'll be like, yo, I got you. I'm going to put you on to another party, and we'll rock out another party. I'll be like, yo, yo, help me out with this day, and I'm going to help you out here. I'll put you on to a bigger party, and it's certain things, if people see and you can come down to reasoning with one another, it's you can make it work, I feel like. But, some people just cancel DJs, they don't pay them cancellation fees, and then they don't
cancel
they
DJs and then give a fake illusion yeah, but I got you with this, but
and they never get you back.
They never go through with it.
I've always given the DJs that I've had to cancel. I've always given them another day, I've given them another booking.
Of course,
and even on the next booking, I'll throw them a little bit extra.
Extra, yeah.
And
just because they.
Yeah, because it's you owe it to them.
I have a question though. What's more toxic, dealing with a promoter or dealing with the DJ?
Oh my God.
What's more toxic?
Honestly, from my hand, I love all my DJs. They don't give me no trouble at all. But when it comes to dealing with money, and you're a promoter,
yep. Promoter or host, bro.
Because I feel like sometimes promoters feel like they bring out everybody. Sometimes, I don't know, don't think yo, I brought all these people when they didn't really bring everybody type shit.
You know this, because we talk about this. Mm-hmm. Guys, stop saying those are my people, that's my people, that's my people, that's my people, that's my people.
And it's all the people that you know, right?
And that's the people that you already know. Stop. Don't do that. That gotta stop, bro. Everybody knows everybody. We're not getting paid to bring. Remember, we don't get paid per person. We get paid on how much we spend on those tables. Remember that.
I got that for I think it was a party probably a couple of weeks ago. I went to somewhere else to help get more people to come in. They come to my party, come to my party, buying people drinks and shots, and they're like, okay, cool. I got at least 3 groups going to that party. And then the promoter messaged me, he's like, yo, where you at? I'm like, first of all, you never gave me a time. So that's your first L right there. So then he's like, but I was like, yo, but I have at least 3 groups going. They're gonna come and spend some money. But I know those people already. Those people were already coming for me. That doesn't count. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Just because
they would have been there already if they was your people.
Yeah, they would have been there. They would have been in the other party that I was at
over there, and then they were listening to you.
Exactly. They want to be at the other party if they're your people. But I'm over here recruiting them. Yo, let's I'm DJing. Let's go have a good time. Everybody with it. And then they're messaging back and forth, and I just got annoyed. I was like, bro, just forget about it. And then everybody that I told to come, I'm like, yo, let's just stay. Let's just drink here, bro. I'm not dealing with this, bro. I can't. I'm not dealing with this stuff like that.
That's why, because the city's different. I guess most of with the way the clubs are and they work out here, that's why a lot of OGs would tell me put online ticket sales, and put the codes, and, you know, see how. That's the only way you track down, like, who sold how many tickets.
For big events,
blah, blah.
For big events, yes.
Exactly.
You have to use the ticket sales. For big events, that always happen. Like, that happens all the time. Like, oh, you're going to get paid, like, the table.
Exactly.
And on how many people you bring. And that is going to, you know, figure out on how many people you actually bring. You know, that the truth comes out all the time.
Sometimes people argue that. They be like, yo, I brought more people. They'd be like, bro, look at the screen.
Look at the link.
Look at the link.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
Like, you sold 10 tickets. Don't tell me you sold 40 tickets. Like, why is Eventbrite lying to me? What?
And you know this. They hit you with the best excuse ever. Oh, but my people didn't get the link. They paid the door. How are we going to know that?
When
You think I'm going to stand at the door the whole night waiting for your people to come? How many people you brought in? No.
Yo, and it's crazy because I've had times where I'll give some events. There'd be like, people be like, oh, like most of my people don't buy tickets online. Like, what else can I do? I was like, all right, OG way, how I started. Put a guest list. Mark down the people coming for you. They're going to check in, say, yo.
Your name at the door.
Like, I'm on SL's guest list. And the lady checks you, whoever's at the door. Very basic system. And then after they be like, yo, all my people came, but like they forgot to say my name at the door. Can you still count? I'm like, good. Come to my table, count my people here. Like, and I'm like, bro, like you had one job, like just tell them to say something. Like nah.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not that hard to say somebody's name.
It's not that hard, bro.
Like at the end of the day, you think I'm gonna believe you? You could have met that person in the bathroom, and you think I'm gonna count that person as your person? No, bro.
Bro, and like I be having a good heart. Sometimes I'll still throw them like a little something. Be like, all right, like you brought some people right here. Take a little something, you know, like fuck it. I don't know. That's just me. Even though like any other professional business, they wouldn't pay him shit. Nobody will give him anything. So,
but now I have a question. Can you find true love being a DJ or a promoter in those clubs?
Honestly,
hold on. Before you answer that, I think we should leave that for the next episode. I think we should leave it for the next episode.
I think we have some cheating stories we have to tell next episode.
From the love life to the cheating life.
Let us know. Let us know who you want to know about. If you want to know about somebody that was cheating last week, and let us know. We're gonna tell you in the next episode.
Make sure to visit us on latinomix.com and
download the app on the app and Google Play Store. Don't forget.
Stay tuned.